Hello children, how are you all doing? Today we will see question number 12 in this video. Question number 12 and question number 15. Okay. So it's quite easy. I'll just guide you through how to solve the sum. So NCERT question, page number 55. Question number 12. The link to download the soft copy of NCERT e-book will be given in the description box. Yes, from the following receipts and payment account, prepare final accounts of a Unity Club for the year ended March 31st, 2017. So you have to write the heading in the books of Unity Club. Okay. Final accounts means we have to prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet for the current year, that is for 31st March 2017. Now receipts and payment account is given. Opening balance 15,000. You can just cross verify in exam if this 15,000 and this 15,000 tallies. Okay children. Now many a times these two doesn't tally. It so happened in one board exam this balance and this balance did not tally and children were given grace marks, I suppose. Okay. So you can check whether it is tallying or not. Then sale of old furniture costing 6,000 for 4,000. Okay, so it is sold at a loss. Subscription. Whenever subscription is given in for 3 years split ups for previous year, current year and next year, always take only the current year balance. That is the rule which I have taught you, isn't it? You have to take only 60,000. Then sale of old newspapers, profit from entertainment, rent. Then furniture, library books are assets. Furniture asset, salary, general expense, electric charges, newspaper, postage, stationery, audit fee are they are expenses. Okay. Then balance brought down. Then this is the opening balance sheet. Opening balance sheet means previous year's balance sheet. Now you may get confused. Here it is given balance sheet for 31st March 2017 and here it is written 2017. Children, it is actually 2016. Make correction. Okay children, you want me to make a correction? This is 2016. Okay. Okay. Now once I click the into mark, this correction will go off, but you have to make correction in your books. Yes, so this is the opening balance sheet. Opening balance sheet is already given. You need not prepare. All you have to do is to prepare closing balance sheet. Now, adjustments. We'll first go through the question, okay? Then I'll tell you how to go about with the answers. Adjustment. The club has 500 members, each paying an annual subscription of rupees 150. Okay. On 31/3/2017, that is the end of the current year, salary outstanding amounted to 1,200 rupees. This is the outstanding salary for current year. Salary paid included 6,000 for the year 2015-16. So, previous year's outstanding paid during the current year must be subtracted. Provide 5% depreciation on land and building. Okay. So, let us start with the sum. My advice as usual will be to open income and expenditure account, leave around 20 lines, then open current year's balance sheet, that is balance sheet as on 31st March 2017. Open these two statements simultaneously so that we can put all the amounts here and there and at last we will do the balancing part. This balance brought down will come in the opening balance sheet, which is here over. Then subscription. Subscription inner column in the income side of income and expenditure account, it will be 60,000 rupees. Okay. Now, whenever this is the adjustment 1 is mentioned in your question, the club has 500 members, each paying an annual subscription of 150. It is so easy. All that you have to do is 500 into 150. 500 members into 150 rupees. This comes to 75,000. So in the income and expenditure account, income side, this is the income side. You will show 75,000 in the outer column. Okay. It's not visible. 75,000 in the outer column. Then in the inner column you have to show 60,000 received. So 60,000 and 75,000 balance 15,000 is current year's outstanding. Okay students. If you are not able to understand, I will explain it again neatly. Let us assume this is the income and expenditure account. I am making two columns for income side. Income side alone I am showing. Income side means credit side. Subscription, you have to write here subscription. Then write in the inner column 60,000. Only for the current year. Okay. Leave one line, write in the outer column 75,000 because that is the total subscription which we have to receive in the current year. Now draw a line here. 75,000 minus 60,000. 15,000 is current year's outstanding. You can write here plus current year outstanding. Okay. Now I am using short form subscription CYOS. You are not supposed to use it. You have to write in full subscription. Then you have to write outstanding for 2017. You can write like that. Okay. Now, understood children? Now where will these items appear? Now this 18,000 is actually previous year's outstanding. Can we check? Yes, see, it is previous year's outstanding. Okay. So if you didn't have opening balance sheet, you should have taken 18,000 from here and transferred it to the asset side because it is previous year's outstanding paid during the current year. Now this 12,000 is current year's payment of advance, current year's subscription received in advance, which is a liability. It will become an income only in the next year. So this subscription received in advance will appear in the liability side of current year's balance sheet. That is the closing balance sheet. Now, where will the 15,000 appear? That 15,000 is current year's subscription outstanding. It will appear in the current year's balance sheet, that is the closing balance sheet on the asset side. So subscription is over. Now sale of old furniture. So we have a loss on sale of old furniture. 6,000 minus 4,000. 2,000 will appear in the expenditure side, the debit side of income and expenditure account. Okay. Now if you want, we will complete furniture here. All entries relating to furniture we can complete and put a tick mark. There is no depreciation on furniture, you can see here. Only land and building we have to calculate depreciation. So what we are supposed to do is opening balance 37,000, opening balance of furniture 37,000 plus furniture purchased 18,000, 37,000 plus 18,000 minus furniture sold 6,000. This will appear in the asset side of current year's balance sheet. So 37 plus 18, 47, 55. 55 minus 6, 49. 49,000 will appear in the current year's balance sheet asset side. Okay. So furniture is over. You can just put a tick mark against this furniture and against this furniture in the question. So at the end of the sum, you can see whether all the items are ticked. Okay. Now coming to sale of old newspaper, it's an income side. Profit from entertainment, again income. Rent is also an income. So all these three items will appear in the income side of income and expenditure account. Coming to the payment side, we have already done with furniture. Now here you have library books. Immediately you have to see whether we have any opening balance of library books. Yes, we do have. So this opening balance 30,000 plus library books purchased 10,000, 40,000 will appear in the asset side of the current year's balance sheet. Now, next item is salary. Whenever you have salary, immediately you should see whether we have any outstanding. Yes, we do have outstanding. So, salaries will appear in the expense side. If you want, I'll just... Yes, now I hope it is much more clearer. Salary will appear in the expense side of income and expenditure account. Write salaries and write 72,000 in the inner column. With that, we have to add current year's outstanding. Current year's outstanding is 1,200 and we have to subtract previous year's outstanding 6,000. So what we have to do is 72,000 plus 1,200 minus 6,000. This amount will appear in the expenditure side of your income and expenditure account. Then general expenses, electric charges, newspapers, postage, stationery and audit fee. All these items are expenses. They will appear in the expenditure side of your income and expenditure account. Balance carried down is an asset, cash balance. So this balance carried down will appear in the asset side of current year's balance sheet. Done with it? Now coming to this balance sheet. Opening balance sheet. We have already seen that 6,000 was salary outstanding and the full 6,000 amount is received this year. So it gets balanced off. So nothing to this regard will be reflected in the current year's balance sheet. This will not appear in current year's balance sheet. Now capital fund, I will come to capital fund later. Asset side, this cash balance will not appear in current year's balance sheet because we have a new cash balance 33,000. So this 15,000 will not appear. Outstanding subscription, 18,000 is outstanding, previous year's outstanding. If you see, we have received full 18,000. So this is also tallying. So nothing in this regard will appear in current year's balance sheet. It will not appear in current year's balance sheet. Library books treatment I have already told you. Furniture treatment I have told you. Coming to land and building. Did we purchase any land and building? No. Did we sell any land and building? No. Okay. Do we have depreciation? Yes. So on land and building, if you charge 5% depreciation, it will come to 30,000. This 30,000 will appear in the expenditure side of income and expenditure account. The same 30,000 will be subtracted from land and building in the asset side of the current year's balance sheet. Okay. Now you have to tally. You have to find surplus or deficit of your income and expenditure account. If it is a surplus, you have to carry this capital fund to the liability side of current year's balance sheet, 6,94,000. With that, you have to add the surplus. If it is a deficit amount, you have to subtract the deficit from this capital fund. Okay, children? So, work out this sum. Coming to the next question. Question number 15. Yes. Question number 15. Following is the receipt and payment account. Children, whenever you have such sums, no, always go through the sum completely. Read the sum first before starting to solve the sum. So I'll just go through the sum first. Rohatgi Trust. You have to write in the books of Rohatgi's Trust. Then we have to prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended and balance sheet. So we have to prepare income and expenditure and balance sheet. Now in your board exam, if only income and expenditure account is asked, don't waste your time preparing balance sheet. So read the question completely. So you have cash in hand, cash at bank. Okay. Then you have subscription. Fine. 3 years split up is given, which means you have to take only the current year, 83,000. You have sale of investment, then interest on investment, which means we have investment. So immediately my eyes are searching for investment. It is not here, which means we already have investment. Previous year itself we have investment. Let me check. Yes, we already have investment. We'll come to that point later. Interest on investment, sale of furniture. Book value 3,000, sold for 3,200, so it's a profit. Then you have expenses, rent, salary, postage, electricity, purchase of furniture is an asset, books is an asset, defense bond asset, help to needy students a regular expenditure, recurring, so expenditure. Cash in and cash at bank are asset. Coming to the adjustments. First, let us see what is the current year. Current year is 2017 December. Okay. So, subscription for 2017 still owing with 7,000. So, still outstanding is 7,000. You have to add 7,000 to 83,000. 90,000 will appear in the income side of income and expenditure account. Is anything else written about subscription? Yes, it is written. Okay, I'll first read the question and then I'll explain everything. Interest due on defense bond was rupees 7,000. Rent still owing was rupees 1,000. The book value of investment sold was 80,000. Rupees 30,000 of investment were still in hand. Subscription received in 2017 included rupees 400 from a life member. The total furniture on January 1st, 2017 was worth rupees 12,000. Salary paid for the year 2018 is 2,000. Okay. Now I'll explain the sum. As usual, you have to open income and expenditure account. Then opening balance sheet, that is balance sheet for the year ended 31st December 2016. You open that. Then you open closing balance sheet. Balance sheet for 31st December 2017. Open all the three statements simultaneously. Cash in hand and cash at bank 14,000 and 60,000 will appear in the 2016 balance sheet asset side. Subscription 83,000 will appear in the income side inner column. With this 83,000 we have to add current year's outstanding 7,000. Now subscription included 400 from a life member. So 400 rupees is actually a life membership fee. By mistake it was added with subscription. So we have to subtract. So on the income side of income and expenditure account, we have to add 83,000 plus 7,000 minus 400. 83,000 plus 7,000 minus 400. 89,600 will appear in the income side of income and expenditure account. Okay. The 7,000 will appear in the current year's balance sheet, that is 2017 balance sheet asset side. The 400 will be added with capital fund in the current year's balance sheet liability side. What about this 5,000? This 5,000 will appear in the opening balance sheet, 2016 balance sheet asset side. And this 3,000 is subscription received in advance. This will appear in the closing balance sheet, 2017 balance sheet liability side. Next, sale of investment, 90,000. So something to this regard is given in the adjustment. We have already seen it. So let us see what is given. The book value of investment sold was 80,000. So 80,000 investment sold for 90,000 means 10,000 is profit. So profit on sale of investment 10,000 income side. Okay. Now let us complete everything pertaining to investment. Nothing is purchased. In the opening balance sheet, that is 2016 balance sheet, we have to show 80,000 plus 30,000 investment still in hand. 1,10,000. 1,10,000 will be shown in the asset side of opening balance sheet, 2016 balance sheet. In the closing balance sheet, 30,000 alone will be shown in the asset side. Okay. Next, interest on investment is 2,000. But we have seen something to this regard in the adjustment. I am just searching for it. Yes, here it is. No, it is interest due on defense bonds. No. subscription, interest due on defense bond, rent still owing, the book value of investment still in hand, subscription, total furniture, salary paid. Okay children, nothing regarding this interest is given in the adjustment. So this interest on investment 2000 will appear in the income side of income and expenditure account. That's it. Coming to furniture. Furniture worth rupees 3000 is sold for 3200. So 200 is profit on sale of furniture, income side. Now you have to see if any furniture is purchased. Yes, we have furniture purchased 20,000. Okay. Now we have to see if we have any furniture opening balance. The total furniture on January 1st, 2017 was 12,000. Yes, we do have furniture opening balance. So this 12,000 will appear in the asset side of 2016 balance sheet. Okay. Now coming to 2017 balance sheet, 12,000 plus 20,000, that comes to 32,000 minus 3,000, which comes to 29,000, I guess. This 29,000 will appear in the closing balance sheet, that is 2017 balance sheet. Now furniture is over, you can put a tick mark. Coming to rent. Rent, we have rent owing. So rent is an expense. Expenditure side 6,000. Rent still owing is 1,000. So 6,000 plus 1,000, 7,000 will appear in the expenditure side of income and expenditure account. This 1,000 will appear in the liability side of the current year 2017 balance sheet. Next item, salary, 12,000. Is salary, do we have anything outstanding in salary? Interest due on defense bonds, subscription, rent, book value of furniture, investment, subscription, salary paid. Yes, see, at last we have salary paid. So salary paid for the year 2018 is 2,000. So 2018 is next year. So it is a prepaid expense. So in the expenditure side, write 12,000 in the inner column minus prepaid salary 2,000. 10,000 is current year's expenditure for salary, and 2,000 will appear in the asset side of current year's balance sheet because prepaid expense is an asset. So salary is over. Next item, postage. Postage, electricity charges, both are expenses, expenditure side. Furniture we have already done. Books, we don't have any sale of books. We have purchase of books 3,000. Let us see if we have any opening balance of books. No, there is no opening balance of books. So this books of rupees 3,000 will appear in the current year 2017 balance sheet asset side. Defense bonds, yes, we have 1,50,000. This will appear in the current year's asset side balance sheet, 2017 balance sheet asset side. Now here we have interest on defense bonds, isn't it? Interest due on defense bonds 7,000 is, we have to receive the interest. We have not yet received. It is interest accrued. So this will appear in the income side and it will also appear in current year's asset side as interest accrued. You can alternatively add it with defense bonds and show it in the asset side. 1,50,000 plus 7,000, 1,57,000. Help to needy students is an expense. Cash in hand, cash at bank will come in the closing balance sheet asset side. Coming to the adjustment. Subscription we have done. Interest due on defense bond over. Rent owing over. Investments over. Subscription 400 life membership fee. I told you it will be added with capital fund. Capital fund plus surplus plus life membership fee, or capital fund minus deficit plus life membership fee. Total furniture over, salary over. Now you have to balance your income and expenditure account. The answer shows it's a surplus. This answer is correct. You should get 63,500. Now you have to balance your opening balance sheet. Find out the capital fund amount. The capital fund is 2,01,000. Opening capital fund. Now take this 2,01,000 to the liability side of closing balance sheet. Capital fund 2,01,000 plus surplus 63,500 plus life membership fee 400. Outer column, that is the closing capital fund. Now your balance sheet should tally. Okay children, so these two sums you have to work out for today's work. I thought I'll give you one more sum. Question 17. Question 17 is similar to question 12. So I thought let us finish it off. From the following receipts and payment account of a club, prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended March 31st, 2017 and balance sheet. So current year is 2017. Okay. Coming to the question. Yes. I'll just explain the main points. You have to prepare opening balance sheet also in this question. So this will appear in the opening balance sheet asset side. Cash. Opening balance sheet asset side cash 3,500. Subscription 3 years split up is given. Take current year split up 70,000. Go to the adjustment. The club has 100 members each paying a subscription of rupees 900. So 900 into 100 comes to 90,000. So 90,000 out of 90,000 we have received only 70,000 subscription. So 20,000 is current year's outstanding. You have to do same as question number 12. 70,000 plus 20,000, 90,000 in the outer column, income side of income and expenditure account. The 20,000 difference, 90,000 minus 70,000, 20,000 difference will appear in the closing balance sheet, current year's balance sheet, asset side. Subscription outstanding as on March 31st, 2016 were rupees 3,600. That is previous year's outstanding. Out of 3,600, we have received 2,000. So 1,600 is still outstanding. This 3,600 will appear in opening balance sheet asset side and 1,600 will appear in closing balance sheet as subscription outstanding for 2016, 1,600. So 3,600 will appear in opening balance sheet asset side and 3,600 minus 2,000, 1,600 will appear in the closing balance sheet asset side. This 3,000 advance will appear in the closing balance sheet liability side, subscription received in advance. Then book is an asset. You already know the treatment. There is no depreciation also. Do it on your own. Rent from hall is an income. Sale of newspaper income. Profit from entertainment income. General expense, salary you have outstanding. Add current year's outstanding and minus previous year's outstanding. How to deal with it? I have already explained it to you. Current year's outstanding will appear in current year's balance sheet, liability side. Previous year's outstanding will appear in previous year's balance sheet, liability side. Then you have postage, it's an expense. Electricity expense, furniture. So you have opening balance. So you should know the treatment. Books also you should know the treatment. These are assets. Opening balance will appear in opening balance sheet. Opening plus purchase minus sales will appear in the closing balance sheet asset side. Books also the same treatment. It's an asset. Newspaper and meeting expenses, expenditure. TV set is an asset. So with this I end the video children. 3 sums. Question number 12, question number 15 and question number 17. Solve it on yourself. If you have any doubt, ask me. Stay home, stay safe, keep learning.